These are songs of the new dawn, also known as Prabhat Sangeet.
Namaskar.
What is Sangeet? The combined name of dance, song, and instrumental music is Sangeet, Sam plus Gay plus Ta. What is sung meticulously, emitting sound in a pleasing sequence in unison with melody, rhythm, and beat is Geet, song. And if it gets associated with dance and instrumental music, it becomes Sangeet. Now, taking human beings into account, as long as they are awake, they will always keep on receiving stimuli through ocular, that is eye, or auricular, that is auditory nerve. Now, these stimuli will be processed by your brain, and what is the impact will depend upon your psychic makeup and societal makeup. Psychic makeup means the nerve structure of individual and how he or she has programmed the brain through past actions. As you sow, so you reap. Societal makeup is the influence of personal and collective environment. Now, society might be progressive or regressive depending on the psychic inclination of majority of people taken into consideration. So we continuously keep bombarding our brains with stimuli, and it's via eyes or ears majorly, vibrating the nerve cells to reach brain. So, continuous skewed, depressive vibrations on these nerves bring certain deformations in these nerves over a period, and needless to say, brain doesn't remain unimpacted. As you think, so you become. Now the question is there a way out?
Sangeeta is the remedy. That's why Lord Shiva invented this science.
संगीत भाव को भाषा प्रदान करता है. Citing an analogy, just like how you feel the relief from pain when pus from an old wound or boil oozes out. Thoughts that linger your mind also need to be vented out to feel the relief. But ask yourself, is venting out enough? At times you may vent it out, and the person with whom you are venting out, rather than alleviating your pain, gives you 10 more points to keep thinking over it. Societal influence? So rather than venting, channelizing is the remedy. And the best is, you don't need anyone for it. It is an introvert process. So what does channelizing mean? It means expressing it and guiding it to a direction where it loses its intensity and identity. Now, how can that happen? It will lose its intensity only when it is drained to something which is expansive. Say, if you stir a glass of water with a teaspoon, it will whirl. But the teaspoon cannot create a whirl in an ocean. How to lose identity? Negative will lose its identity only when it is drained to positive. So the feeling should be channelized to something which is expansive and positive. And so the best is to channelize it towards supreme positivity, that is God. By doing so, we are converting our feelings or propensities to bhava. Here it means bhakti bhava, which is expansive and not crude. So any song which doesn't have expansive and positive thought will not serve the very purpose of creating the song. Song having crudity is detrimental to the body and mind, as it reinforces the negative feelings and agitates the mind. Now, can we switch from negativity to positivity so easily through a song? The answer is a definite yes. Basically, song in a way can be called as chain of stimuli, feelings, expressed through a pattern of melody, rhythm, and beat, leading to positivity. And like other stimuli, which is processed by the brain, so will this. If you keep your door open, then either a thief or a sage both can enter from the door. When the mind is agitated, you can just sing a positive song or at least listen to it. Now it is clear that Sangeet should have bhava of supreme positivity. But how to express this bhava? It can be expressed through words and sur. Now we see that there are almost defined sounds which are evident for basic human expressions, like is for crying, ha 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 for laughing, means yes. So the entire universe has its innate sound. any movement creates sound wave, audible or inaudible, but it exists. So Sadashiv broadly categorized these sounds into Saptaswara for ease of usage and ease of expression as musical notes. These ragas and raganis were created. In fact, all letters were created keeping in mind a particular sound wavelength it produces. So these ragas and raganis help in expression of bhava in such a way, through high and low notes, that particular expression is expressed in a way that it is pleasing to the ears. And since each raga has a pattern designed to depict particular kind of emotions, so it can be best expressed in the ragas. So ragas will act as a perfect channel, and bhava will give it expansive form and a positive direction. Then what is the role of rhythm? When mind is tending towards positivity, rhythm will make the ectoplasm of the cells of mind and body to vibrate in the same positive wavelength. So the entire individual being vibrates in supreme positivity. Now the question arises, do we have such songs existing which touches each phase and moods of human beings and gives it a positive direction? Yes, the answer is Prabhat Samgiit given by Sri Prabhat Ranjan Sarkar. It has 5018 songs based on all emotions or rasas one can think of. It has songs for major occasions of life, birth, naming ceremony, birthday, marriage, death, for celebrations, New Year, Diwali, Holi, Vijayadashami, for seasons, on nature's beauty, day, night, lullabies, for expansive themes of welfare and well-being of individual and collective, with themes like education, economic independence, rendering help to the needy, universalism. On Krishna and Shiva, on uplifting women's section, simply think of any state of mind or state or stage of life you are into and you have Prabhat Sangeet's song to express. 5018. It channelizes your emotions and bathes you in ecstasy.
Prabhat Sangeet is a unique contribution to the world of music and covers the whole gamut of human life. These are the songs of new dawn that makes the end of darkness and inertia. It symbolizes hope and dynamism. It heralds the dawn of new era.
Prabhat Sangeet are a really beautiful treasure, that I've sort of feel lucky enough to discovered in my life.
The best part is that it channelizes your emotions from utter negativity or simple positivity to supreme positivity. And that is why it is called Prabhat Sangeet, the songs of the new dawn. In Hindi you can say, Jo aapke jeevan mein savera laye. This aspect has been ignored by most musicians so far. In spite their songs having rich melody and rhythm, it is more feeling or propensity oriented, not power, expansive thought oriented. As a result of continuous repetition of such songs, the mind gets driven by such feeling and negatively impacts or agitates mind and nervous system. Yes, there are definitely few good devotional songs composed, but not much into draining each feeling into devotion. Devotion is basically all of one's emotions channelized towards the supreme positivity that is the Creator. But commonly, the prevalent devotional songs presents God as a supernatural being, but not someone who's your nearest and dearest.
प्रभात संगीत मेरे जीवन का एक अभिन्न अंग रहा है। बहुत बरसों से मेरा दिन प्रभात संगीत गाकर शुरू होता है।
The devotional songs of Prabhat Sangeet revolves around love of the unit being for the Supreme Creator. When Supreme is your nearest and dearest, then it becomes easy to channelize emotions towards Him. Tumi Amar Dhyan. With continuous listening and practicing singing of Prabhat Sangeet, your nerves and mind become so strong and positive that no negative feelings can agitate it. Also, research says naming emotions helps in taming emotions. So in Prabhat Sangeet you have songs which names emotions. Lanchona klesh kata shoechi. So you make your mind realize that you are overpowered by such and such emotions or propensity. While doing so, The mind gets into a mode of identifying emotions rather than getting involved, and then draining of such emotions into positivity is done by the Prabhat Sangeet.
It's hard to express my impression in words because for me, Prabhat Sangeet is exquisite and subtle.
Prabhat Samgiit is like letters to the Lord. I really enjoy it.
The scope of the songs doesn't end there. When your mind is enthused with devotion, it takes you through various stages of it, the level up, the next level, till you reach the culmination. It also corrects auricular and ocular pathways by vibrating it in rhythm. Also, the richness of vocabulary helps in the better expression of bhava, like it has usage of many inferential words like Vajra Kathor and Kusuma Korak, which gives the degree of being kathor or soft. These inferential words overcome the limitations of language to express subtle feelings. The songs are majorly composed in the Bengali language, which follows Roman Sanskrit. The reason being that learning one language is easier than learning many, and Bengali language is easier to learn and understand comparatively. आशा करता हूँ प्रभात संगीत आपके लाइफ को आलोकित, सुरमय और छंदित बनाए। नमस्कार।